Hello everyone, my name is Laura Stranks and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Hope everyone's well today. Welcome to my weekly video. Today is the 19th of June, almost to the end, halfway through June anyway. Just letting you know a couple of things before I start. This is the card we're going to do today. If you wish to join my couple of my groups, I've got a Laura's Craft Room Tips and Tutorials group where all the PDFs for everything I do will be in there. I've also got a Facebook page, Cards by Laura, where I post regular just cards that I've done with my workshops and classes here at home. If this is the first time you're watching my video, I'd love you to subscribe. I'm up over 500 subscribers now, so I'm happy with that. But just hit the subscribe button, and also there's a little bell there. If you click on that, it will notify you every time I do a video, which is every Monday morning at 9 AM Queensland time. Also, in my Craft Room Tips and Tutorials page, you just go in there and apply to join, and I accept that. I usually do it within 12 hours from seeing it. I check there regularly. When you are accepted to join, just hop on and say hi and tell me where you're from. I'd love to know. I can see when I accept your to go in there, but the other girls in the group would love to know where everyone's from. So just hop on and say hello to everyone and welcome to the group. Today's card is called a Shutterfold card. It sits up like that. It's got a little panel at the back for your greeting, and it folds down flat like that. You could decorate this as well and put a belly band on it, but I've chosen not to with this one. But it does look nice just the way it is. This DSP is from the Delightfully Eclectic. It's a double pack. It's on page 129 in the annual catalogue. Lots of pretty papers in that, and it's a big thick pack. Cost you a little bit more, but it's worth it. There's lots of patterns. It's good for me because I do workshops and I need the extra sets of paper to do my cards and stuff there when I've got a few ladies that come along. I try not to get too much in the 6x6 because it takes me quite a few packs to get enough to do a whole class. But this one is 12x12. So we shall get started, and as usual I've prepped all my pieces that I need today, and also I've typed up the measurements for you. So I'll just put that there for now while I go through all the pieces. We have our base, which is 8x6. This is Berry Burst, and I've teamed it with Bubble Bath. The paper that I've chosen for this one, and as I said, I don't get much 6x6, but this one was so pretty. I thought I'd get it. It's bright and beautiful. It's also on page 129 in the annual catalogue, and lots of pretty papers in there. I only just got this one the other day. I'll just pull that down a bit. But lovely patterns in there. Fairly generic, so you could use them for a background for anything. Love this Bubble Bath. That's my favourite colour in this new revamp of colours. Very pretty. So we shall get started. The stamp set also that I'm using for today's is called Around the Bend. I've used this Hello There, and I love these little dots here. I've used them as well. And this, in the dies, I've used this little die here. It punches out, or cuts out 3 little flowers, which are quite useful to decorate your front of your card. So that's the one. I've only just gotten this set as well. I'm slowly getting a few together. We'll go back to these. As I said, this measured 8x6. Then I've got my mats, which are the side mats here, down this side. You could do 4 of these to do the front and the back, but it's up to you if you want to decorate the back. All I did was put the greeting panel. So the mats for this which are this one here. It's 5 3/4 by 1 3/4, and you need 2 of those. That's those 2 in the bubble bath. And then the DSP out of that pack, it measures 5 1/2 by 1 1/2, and there's 2 of those. They go on the sides. I'm going to show you how to score and cut this as soon as I've gone through all this. Then my other little pieces, I've put all these together so it doesn't take too long. These side strips here and these top and bottom ones here. Centre, front and back. Oh, that's directly in the centre. I've got a matte in there and a DSP piece, but on the back it's a matte and a piece of white. So we've got 3 3/4 by 1 3/4, the mattes. That's that one there and that one there. There's 2 of those, and the DSP for the front is 3 1/2 by 1 1/2. There's some of the little flowers on there. And then these little bubbles I've stamped on here on the white at the back. That's 3 1/2 by 1 1/2 as well. Then we've got the centre strips, side strips, these long thin ones that go on the side here. They'll go down there. They're 3 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch, and there's 2 of those. That's the bubble bath mats. And then the DSP is 3 1/2 by 1/2 inch. I've scaled this down from an original card that I saw on YouTube ages and ages ago, and I think they did it at a bigger size, 7 by 5, whereas this one, it'll fit in a standard size envelope. So I've scaled it all down to fit. You can decorate that and put a belly band on if you wish. Then these 4 little pieces, which are, we've done those, top and bottom small panels. The mats in the bubble bath are 1 3/4 by 3/4. That's those at the back. There's 4 of those, and the DSP is 1 1/2 by 1/2 inch, and there's 4 of those. So that's those little pieces. I did them all ahead of time, so it would save a little bit of time. And I'm sure everyone knows how to glue things without watching me. And this is my greeting I'm putting on the front. That's out of that same stamp set, around the bend. And it's the die. This die is out of the Stylish Shapes dies. I think it's the second smallest one. So that fits nicely in the centre. So, and then you just need your scrap white for your greeting. And scrap, if you want to put those flowers on, you can do scrap berry burst as well. I have used Wink of Stella on those, the flowers, and also I've got these opaque ovals, which are new ones in the annual catalogue. That's those, and they're in bubble bath as well. We've got a few different colours in those, which are very pretty. Lemon lolly. So we shall get started on the scoring. I'll put that aside. We start off, and I have done the pencil part of it already. I don't need that one. I need this other one here. So what you're going to do, and I've done, as I just said, I've done the pencil line on the short side, and I used my ruler for this. I didn't do it on the track. We need a pencil line on the short side at 1 inch and 5 inches. So if you just put a little mark at the top here and here at 5 inches, and then another one at the bottom here at 1 inch and 5 inches. It's just a guide, so we'll rub it out later. And draw a line from the top to the bottom, joining those 2 little pencil, the 2 pencil marks on each end. So that's that piece. Then we're going to turn to the long side, and we're going to score. We need scoring at 2 inches and 6 inches all the way across, all the way down. So we'll take that cutting blade out of the road, and we've got 2 inches and 6 inches all the way down. That's these 2 outside score lines here. And then we're staying on this side at the 4 inch mark, which is the halfway mark. We're just going to score from that pencil line up at the top. I'll just pull that down a bit from there up, and then take it down to the other pencil line and go from the pencil line down, and that's with your left edge on the 4-inch mark. So you've got that tiny little score line. That's the center mark here, which is that one there. That will go that way. Then we're going to go to the 3-inch, put your left edge on the 3-inch mark, and we're going to go this time inside the pencil line. So you're going to go from that pencil line to this pencil line. Try not to lean over the thing. So we'll just go, and that's inside the pencil line at 3 inches, and then I'm going to flip it, and or you could actually, we'll do it the way I've got the instructions. We go across to 5 inches, and we do the same. So go from the pencil line to the pencil line inside there. So that's all there is to it. Then we're going to do a bit of cutting with your trimmer on the short side and the left edge on the 1-inch mark. You're going to cut from the 2 inches to the 6 inches. So this is your 2-inch mark, which you did originally, the 2 and the 6. That's the first 2 score lines we did. We're going to take the scorer out of the road. I'm going to stand up for this so I can see. You won't get my head in the road. I'm above the camera. So you're going to go from that 2-inch mark, 2-inch where we originally did it. You can see the score line there, or your 2-inch mark. I've got a piece of just white copy paper under this so I can see those lines, because when you look at it, this other one I haven't done it on, and sometimes it's really hard to see the marks on the clear track. So I'm going to go from there, and I'm going to cut from 2 inches across to 6 inches and stop there, and then move it across to 5 inches across there with your left edge on the 5-inch mark, and we're going to cut from 2 inches to 6 inches again. So that'll be there down to the 6-inch, and that's all the cutting there is to do. Now we can rub out that pencil line because we don't want it showing and we don't need it anymore. So it's all the way across that 1 inch and 5-inch mark. And there's a sequence of folding these as well, so it's pretty easy. So the 2 outside score lines, which is this 2 and this one over here, the 2 and the 4-inch, you're going to fold them at valley folds. And my bone folder, give that a burnish. And this one at a valley fold. So that, just remember, the 2 outside ones are valleys. You do those first, it gets that out of the road. Then this, all the others are mountain folds. So you'll just need to pinch to start with. So if you pinch that one, pinch this one and this one, and then pinch this one, and it will all fall into place, as you can see. So the outsides are valley and all the inside score lines are mountain. So, and you can move this across. If we push that down, it can go flat that way as well if you want to put it in your envelope a different way. Burnish all those, or you can go in like that and cover the whole thing. But these excuse me, these will fold flat that way as well, and it still gives you the same side base on your card. So then all that's left to do is to decorate, which I've got all of these ready. We're going to put these panels on the, I love this bubble bath. It's the bubble bath colour, but all the bubbles on this, it looks like bubbles. It's so pretty. I'm going to get my silicone mat, and I'm just going to adhere down with the all-purpose glue. It's a bit cloudy here today, but not too bad. And we haven't had much of a winter. Well, it's not winter. Yes, it is winter actually. We didn't have much autumn. It was quite warm. Excuse me, my voice has gone a bit croaky. I shall have a little mouthful of water. I had a lady at my class the other day, and she had a bit of a cold, but it wasn't too bad. She tested herself, and she didn't have COVID, which is good. But the more she talked, the more she coughed. She had a glass of water, and then I gave her a lozenge to try and help. But I said, you might need to just not talk for a little while so you don't get your throat so croaky. This one here is going on the front, and I've got it that way. I'll put these little ones on first, these side strips. Now, you can alternate your patterns. You could do 3 patterns here. I've got this pattern, and then this is also one of the patterns in the DSP pack. You could, and then you could use a different pattern again for your little pieces that are top and bottom. I've got my silicone mat here, and I'm not using it. Isn't that handy? So these go down the side, like so, just nice even spacing all the way around. And they have got, I'm going to keep the pattern the same way on these so it looks a little bit tidy. We had fun at our workshop the other day, our class. It was quite busy actually. The cards I designed were quite involved this time, so we took a little bit longer to finish up for the day. Now I'll put these little ones on the tops and bottoms. All the measurements for this will be in the description box in my video, so you can do it there, or just go to my tips and tutorials, Laura's Craft Room tips and tutorials page, and the PDF will be in there. I post it up the same day the video goes up. I record my videos because I just don't seem to get the time when I need to. I need to reschedule how I do things, I think. Plus I wasn't confident in doing them live. I know with this, if the recording's not that good, I can just delete it and start again. Just means making another card, but that doesn't bother me. I do market stalls that I sell my cards at. Doing okay with that. And I do send out a lot of cards to family and friends. Can't wait for the next mini catalogue to come out. We're hoping there's some nice Christmas paper in there. We're holding a retreat in October here at my home. Hopefully 12 ladies. We had one back earlier this year, and we had 5 ladies, and they thoroughly enjoyed it, and they all want to come back. Plus, word got around, so I think we'll easily accommodate 12. I can squeeze a few more in. Everything's stamped and cut for everybody, and they're all fancy fold cards. I'm going to put that way. So they're looking forward to that. And also I've started up a fancy fold class once a month on the 3rd Sunday of the month. I already hold a workshop the 1st Sunday of every month, and I have another little class that it's just 3 ladies that come along, and it's they just make 2 cards. They're just basic cards, not simple, but not fancy fold or anything, and they quite enjoy that as well. This one will go on this back panel here. That's your little writing panel. Also, if you feel you want more space to write on, you could put white panels down the side here for more. I don't need a lot of space for writing. I'd prefer to speak to someone instead of writing everything that I do, and that one's going to go up there. Already put the dimensionals on the back and the embellishments on the front, just to save a little bit of time. Don't forget to subscribe if you love what I do. I'd love to see more people on and watching. I do post some of my videos onto the Demonstrator Planning Place and a few other groups that I'm in. So you can always have a look there and follow along. And that is it. That's quite simple for today. Didn't need much equipment. Once I put all the bits together, that takes the longest. And you can decorate any way you like. You could put embellishments down here or another pattern on top, some leaves or something if you wish. But that's fairly simple, that one. I hope you love that. I shall catch you all again next week. I hope you have a lovely week and stay safe. Bye for now.